All Sports Media presents Wincy Sports Talk, hosted by Edward Hall. I'm Mark Gregory alongside Ryan Garnett, and it ain't Mr. Garnett and it ain't Mr. Ryan. It's Ryan tonight. I guess Edward's doing his thing. He's doing his sharing and caring. But again, Edward's put on a really, really good show tonight. You see the list of guesses. If I had my good glasses on, I could read you all the names on there. But looks like we got about seven guests coming on tonight. Just hang with us. This show might go about an hour and a half, but we'll try to keep it moving along as smoothly as we can. But we got so much going on right now, so much to talk about. Just about have to have a little bit of a longer show tonight. Uh, so hopefully we'll get a lot of people watching tonight, and hopefully we can put together a good show for you. But that being said, while Edward's doing the Sharon and Karen, and I don't know, there's Ryan, and it's Ryan tonight. It's not Mr. Garnett or it's not Mr. Ryan. It's just plain old Ryan.
Having difficulties with my internet tonight.
And Ryan's been getting really, really vicious with his internet. So if you see him kicking that picture down behind him or something, then he's got mad at the internet and he's like, I'm done with it. And he's going to drop kick something.
My router's right here right beside me, so.
But while we're thinking not thinking, but waiting on Edward, let's go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors. Bryant Family Medicine and again, everything that they do for us. So we're wearing some sharp hoodies right now. Ryan, if you ever get yours, Edward has it delivered, yours or Valerie. So I'm the one that's looking all sharp and good, and I'm not gonna say Edward's looking sharp and good, but he's just looking decent. But I got the nice little hoodie. It's got the Bright Family Medicine stuff on All Sports Media, big logo, keeping me warm. And it being about 100 degrees below zero outside, we need that hoodie. And you could have used a hoodie, today to walk around with in that cold weather. But again, they were dropped the ball on it. But again, thank you to Bright Family Medicine, all their generosity. And after this 5-degree weather, their business is going to probably triple because everybody's going to have some runny noses and all that good stuff. But they're the people go.
Have a lot of these.
Yeah, get you some halls and some antibiotics, and they'll hook you up. And our sponsor, Heather Martinez, and what a wonderful woman she is, and a great group of people that she works for down there. And again, if you're in the market for buying or selling a home, she's the person to go to. I'm telling you, we had her on about a month or so ago. A great interview. Told me so much I didn't know about the market, buying and selling of the market, and just things going on right now. Stuff I didn't know. I mean, hopefully we can get her on really, really soon again because that was a very interesting conversation, Ryan.
Oh yeah, I mean I didn't get to because I was working and everything like that, but I might go back and try to rewatch it.
Mm-hmm. Edward, are you ready to run your show now?
Or I am.
Well, thank you.
I done the hard part. So now, are you ready for our first set of guests? Since you just rambled on for 5 minutes.
Well, I had to. You were just staring there, like you was lost in space or something.
Well, I'm always lost in space, but that's besides the point.
That's true. Ryan,
all right,
ready?
Let's try to get through a show without my internet doing something.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're going to our first set of guests. As long as I don't double click here. First off, thank y'all for taking the time to come on and listen to Mark ramble on here for a few minutes.
Well, thank you guys for having us.
So, Mark, I know you've got about 5 pages worth of stuff. I'll let you start off there.
Well, again, thank you for coming on. And I know there's this thing called life and all that good stuff in school and now cold weather and hopefully you has got hoodies that you are wearing, keeping warm. Ryan don't have a hoodie because Edward will not deliver Ryan hoodies at all. At all. Ryan's freezing to death. He's got that little T-shirt on. So, I mean, what would you do if Edward owed you some hoodies and wouldn't deliver to you? Are we froze up or is it me? Is it my internet? Oh, can anybody hear
Ryan
me?
over to. Yeah,
I
I can hear you.
JC, if if ever did bring you a hoodie, what would you do? Would you just make him bring you the hoodie?
yeah, I would just yeah.
Yeah, I mean that would be the good thing to do. But uh, back to the sports deal here. But just tell us a little bit about your season.
So we started off in August. We got a whole new coaching staff, pretty much.
Mhm.
So obviously that like changes completely how we do things, and it turned the program completely around. So kind of just coming in from the start, doing things completely different, having to adjust to a whole new program, and just like doing like I just having to adjust and things. But we started off in August, started going hard 3 days a week. Um, then we just continued going 5 days a week, and then in the spring we started off kind of yeah, and then we lost a few games we shouldn't have lost, went through our whole season, and then we ended up winning region and making it to the quarterfinals at state. So it ended very well.
Yeah, and I think I remember even interviewing you at the state
Yeah.
game up there, and had a really good interview with you, and I just really got to liking your team really well. And the one thing I know about your team was the fan support and all the love that you had behind you. And can you speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, just we have the best support system. I think that even come with like our new coaches coming in and just completely changing everything. But just like our fans and our teammates, like just constantly supporting each other and always wanting the best for each other, and just always wanting each other to do the best that they can do, and always wanting to go out there and win no matter what.
Um, you recently had a commitment. I'm going to let you speak a little bit about that, and then tell us what led you into making that commitment.
Okay, so I recently committed to Marshall University, and they have always been kind of like one of my top schools to pick from. And like we played all summer, so this was like kind of like my recruiting summer. And September 1 of your junior year is whenever college coaches can like officially start talking to you. So on September 1, they reached out, like talking to the coaches pretty often. I took my visit pretty soon, and like as soon as I took my visit, like I knew that's where I wanted to go. It's close to home. I love the coaches. I can always have my family come and watch. Like it's just like I can't see myself anywhere else now.
So do you ever catch yourself walking down the hallways now, chanting, "We are Marshall"?
Um, Not really, but like on my travel team, they're always like, whenever I'm up to bat, they're always screaming "We are" and stuff. So like people do bring it up a lot and stuff, but yeah.
But I could talk to you all night because I specifically remember you from the tournament, and you was there's certain athletes that stand out, and you was one of them up there, and the talent was there, and I know all these schools was offering you, really, really heavy because they see that talent also. But I'll let Edward and wherever Ryan went, Ryan left us. I guess Ryan's freezing to death.
I think Ryan got the pregame jitters and disappeared for a little bit.
JC and JD, I bet you they've got hoodies. They stay warm. Ryan's froze to death because
Yeah.
you won't bring him his
We're
hoodie.
good.
Well, I am a stat guy. That's what I look at, and so I just got to ask you about, both of you's led your team in batting average. So what did you all do to be able to hit like yous did?
I would say just like it all starts with like your mindset leading up to your at bat. And I would say just going up there, staying calm, knowing that you can hit the pitcher and just picking out a good pitch to hit and not over swinging, but like getting a good swing on the ball. So like staying calm, don't like panic whenever the pressure's on. But yeah.
So this question's for both of you. What have you all done in the off season this year to get ready for the upcoming softball season?
So right now with the high school team, we're going 3 days a week, and kind of what that looks like right now is so usually we have a lift, and that's anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, and then we go and hit, and then we do a run or some type of conditioning. And then as far as it goes, like for us on our own, we're always getting our glove work in, doing conditioning, lifting on our own. We do personal lessons with Adam Milan. He's great. Just getting extra reps in, even besides what you're doing as a team.
So this question will be for both of you also. Give me one of your favorite memories throughout your time playing softball. It can be playing in the backyard with friends. It can be, travel ball, AU, varsity level, anything.
You go first.
Mine is definitely winning region.
Yeah, that's a big one for me, but I would have to say the home run that I hit at state.
Well, if I could hit a home run, I'd say the same thing, but I can't even see the ball coming. So
When you hit a home run, you feel like flexing or something, like going around the.
I mean, my teammates celebrate a lot, and they're always going crazy. So I'm just ready to get back into the dugout with them. And yes, we do. We celebrate and we go crazy in the dugout.
So, yeah, I do got to ask you, what is your favorite aspect about softball?
I would say probably just like going out there and competing. Like just no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing, like just going out there competing, having good at bats, just playing loose and just competing against anything that comes at you.
So, have either one of y'all thought about being a pitcher?
No, I haven't.
So I used to pitch a little bit back in the Little League days, but I think I stopped pitching my 6th grade year, and I just kind of like started focusing on being an infielder.
So, no pitching for either one of yous in the near future?
No, absolutely not.
Well, see, I was going to get you to throw a fast pitch at Mark and see if he could hit the ball, but
Nope.
Yep, no pitching for us.
So I know, the schedules hasn't been made yet this year from what I'm seeing. But what do you all do? Is there any other sports that you play, or is it just strictly softball?
For me, it's just strictly softball. So I played travel ball too, and we just finished up with our fall ball season like last weekend, and we travel pretty far. So just like as soon as I'm done with that, we go straight into high school workouts. So softball is pretty much year round for me.
Is that the only one you play too? Is just softball, or
I used to play basketball, but I don't anymore.
what, is basketball in the future, or is you just gonna stay just straight softball?
Probably done for. I don't like it as much as I used to.
All right, well, I was gonna say Mr. Ryan, but he's froze up again. But there is a question we always like to ask every student athlete that does come on the show. So, what would you consider your favorite restaurant to eat at up there on the weekend?
I don't know. This is hard.
That's what we're known for. We hit the hard hitting
Yeah,
questions.
hard, but I would yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go with Tres Hermanos. It's a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
So do you put cheese sauce on everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so this is for both of you. This is Edward. I won't spill the beans on Edward. Okay, he's crazy about Taco Bell, but he
Okay.
won't go into these Mexican restaurants.
Really?
Well, for one, I can't pronounce nothing on the menu, so I don't know what it's saying half the time. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Taco burrito.
well, if you're going to Mexican restaurants, you got to get more than what you can go to Taco Bell.
Yeah. I feel like Taco Bell's not real Mexican sometimes.
Yeah, you're eating fake stuff, Edward. Fake.
It's the American version of Mexican.
Yes. Yeah.
I like here at El Dorados. It's called a chicken gourmet. Yeah, I don't know if you like the vegetable part, but it's like just chicken with the cheese sauce on it and the cauliflower broccoli and a side of rice, and they bring it like grizzling. I mean, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you're back with us, Ryan? I guess not. But poor fella having all kind of internet issues. Mark, I'll let you go ahead there.
From March 23rd to April 13th, I'm looking at this. You literally only played like 4 in-state games. You played teams out of Ohio, West Virginia, New York, New Jersey, and just everywhere. I mean, just tell me about them experiences. Either or could chime on that.
I would say so. We go to Myrtle Beach during spring break, and we don't play many Kentucky teams there. So getting to like go out and compete against kids not from around here is great, and getting to see better competition than what's around here. And it's also good, I feel like, to play teams that are like out of state but still close, because you don't want everyone in the region to see you and know what you have, but still getting to like continue to get better by playing good teams from around here.
So, I'm not trying to get you to snitch on any of your teammates, but if I went on them trips with my team, I'd be trying to sneak out the doors and out the windows and all that good stuff. So, I guess all you was well behaved and followed all the rules,
Yeah.
right?
Coaches have a very tight leash on us. We get our doors taped, we get room checks, everything, make sure that nothing happens. And yeah, they're pretty strict on us.
Well, I'm not trying to corrupt you or anything, but I know, like for me personally, it'd be awful tempting. I'd be looking at that beach 2 o'clock in the morning, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But we're based in Region 13 over here, and a lot of our area knows a lot about Region 16. So just educate us a little bit about Region 16. Tell us about some of your rivals. Tell us about your district, your school. Just inform us on some of it.
I would say we have a lot of good teams in our region. Really, anytime we go and play anyone in the region, it's anyone's game. Like we don't really have anyone that's super like dominant over the other one. Um, One of our biggest rivals is Ashland. They are in our district too, so I would say that's probably our biggest rival. But this year we have Raceland. They're a big rival this year because that's who we beat in the semifinal game of region, and it was like a really good back and forth game. So I would say they're coming for us this year. But yeah.
Well, I'll let you go. I know Edward and Ryan's got a lot for you, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the pressure on you. Okay, so we're looking forward to interviewing you both again in the state tournament.
Okay, I hope so too. Hopefully, I'll see you there.
Okay.
All right, thank you
Thank you.
guys.
Well, I got one more question for you and then a couple things to show you.
Okay.
So, just last season alone, what was your favorite game you played in last season?
Hmm. I'm gonna have to go with the semifinal game of the region tournament against Raceland. That was a really good game. Or the last game we played at state. It was really
Which one?
a heartbreaker, but it was back and forth, and it was just so much fun.
Which one would you consider yours?
Probably the last game.
So we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on the show, and this is our way of saying thank you for taking the time to come on and listen to us ramble on for a little bit. And I ain't even done with my spiel, and you're trying to bribe them already.
I'm just saying peace to them. Keep it friendly, keep it real. Got something in
That's
mind.
his story. He's trying to bribe me to pick number two. But after the show, I will get them sent out to you, and then we will post them on all of our social media sites. And we just kind of want to get you over and your bribing. But which one kind of get your idea on which one you like the most?
Okay. I like that one. I like that one too. They both look good. I think I like that one more. Which one?
3.
That one?
The one before.
I know, but like that one's of you. Like, which one do you like more, the first one or that one?
Me?
Yeah.
The first one.
The first one for her.
Maybe the second.
I'll take a
Well,
tie. I will take a tie.
well, now see the thing is he won't be able to fit out his door since he got somebody to agree with him on his. But
Thanks.
I do want to thank you. I do want to thank you for taking the time to come on. And softball season's just right around the corner, and we're looking forward to getting the coverings. And best of luck when it starts up.
Well, thank you
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you guys for having us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Mark, that was a great interview. You ready to jump right into another one?
Yeah, we're ready. Ryan, are you ready? We'll let Ryan open it up while he's going.
I don't know if my internet will open up long enough.
Just let Ryan start it.
Well, Ethan, thank you for taking the time to come on and listen to Mark and Ryan ramble here.
It's more like Mark and Edward and me trying to fix my internet issues.
But Ryan,
Ethan,
if you want,
I'm gonna try to make it quick before my internet goes. Oh my goodness. Let's
Not
try. Let's
bad,
try.
man.
Yeah, it's fun to go in and out on me. Edward and Mark, I'm gonna try to just hop off because it's not gonna work. Just ask Ethan my questions that I sent y'all, if y'all don't mind.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Mark.
But Ethan just new season, and I think he's played one game already. I know you've had some scrimmages and stuff like that, but just tell us about the early season, how it's going.
I think it's going real good so far. The whole team is finally back together with football getting off, and I think it's just starting to look a little better. Everything's starting to come up a little bit, come back together a little bit.
Tell us a little bit about Coach Sizemore. And over the years, I've got to know him, and a real good man. And just tell us a little bit about Coach and what he's meant to you.
Well, over the years, since I've been younger, I think Coach has put a lot of trust in me and has worked with me a lot and just shown me a bunch of new things to the game and let me be a part of the team, which is really nice. And he's just meant a lot to me over the years, doing all he can for me.
So just just watching your style of play and seeing you progress, from what you was last year to what you are now. What have you did to improve your game?
Hold up, I'm sorry, my internet's cutting out.
Go ahead, Mark.
What have you did to try to what have you did to improve your game from last year to this?
Well, from last year to now, I've been in the gym relentlessly, and a big part in my game that I think had going to move me up is getting in the gym and lifting and getting stronger and being able to compete with them older dudes that are just stronger and being able to move and bump with them and fight with them. Really.
Absolutely. Edward, I'll let you ask him. I know you got several.
So, Ethan, first off, thank you for taking the time. And I'm actually looking at the stats from your game that you just had against Lee County, if I'm not mistaken. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you had 30 points in that game and 9 rebounds. And if I'm not mistaken, you shot right at about 70% from the 3-point line. So was you
Yeah.
just like feeling it that night, or did you just see something in like game footage where you could just like dominate, or? Did you see something in like game footage where you could take that game over, or was you just feeling it more that game?
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
My internet is cutting in and out.
Can
Ryan was having the same problem there. Might be the weather or something.
possibility.
But what we see on the scrimmage and what we the video that was sent to me in their first game, they look really good.
They did. Well, it might just be an internet issue down in here.
Ethan, can you hear us?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right. So the question I was asking in that Lee County game, did you see something in game footage, or was you just feeling it more that game?
To be honest, I was just really pumped for it to be the first game, and the whole team was hyped. And I think it was just a feeling it kind of not with everybody there.
So I do got to ask you, does Coach Sizemore have y'all run the hill up there on Log Mountain any?
No, he don't have us run the hill, but I'll tell you, he does have us running the court and the track a pretty good amount.
Have you ever run the hill yet?
I haven't ran the hill yet for basketball. No.
So, but the season is young, and you do got another game coming up Thursday at home against Redbird. So have y'all looked into them any, or?
We've looked into them a little bit. We've been looking forward to games ahead of that too. We're just focusing on winning this upcoming game and then moving on to the next and making sure that we're prepared for all the games that are coming up in a row.
Absolutely. So I do got to ask you. I've seen a lot of videos and stuff on you playing. I think it's either AAU or travel ball. So what would you consider a difference between that style of basketball versus varsity?
The difference I'd say is with AAU and travel ball, it's the same grade, but where I play, it's like the higher kids, higher up, like better. So it's kind of like a varsity game, I'd say, but with AAU, there's not near as many sets. It's more of really fast pace, going all but based off skill, doing all you can, trying to perform for anybody who's watching, and just trying to win and get your name out there, really.
Absolutely. So I do got one more question before I get you over to Mark, and this is a question we got to ask every student athlete that comes on. So in the Bell County area, what would you consider your favorite place to go eat?
In the Bell County area,
Yep.
my favorite place to go eat, to be honest, it's bland, but I really like any Mexican place. Any Mexican, that's just, I love going to eat Mexican.
Well, that seems like becoming the most common answer right up anymore is Mexican. But
yeah,
Mark, I'll let you ask you a couple of questions before I show him a few things we put together for him.
Again, we're early on in the season. I know that, and I know that you're taking it one game at a time. But just tell us what it's going to take for you to reach your ultimate goal at the end of the season.
to reach our ultimate goal, I'd say is the people in our district, those games we're gonna have to take very seriously and do the best we can so we can get the best seating for our district, so that we can get as far as we can in region and get the best like games to have for region.
Absolutely, and just to tell us a little bit about the support that you get up there, and I know it firsthand. But just tell us a little bit about the support and the love that you have at Bell County.
Oh, everybody is just like family. Everybody on the team, all the parents get together, all the players, even the people who used to play, their parents, they all come out and support us and talk to us, see how we're doing, how we've been, check up on the team, the schedule, how we're playing. And it's just like one big family up there. And it's just really nice to be a part of.
Okay, I gotta ask you this before I let you go because we're hard hitters. We hit the hard hitting questions. But if the whole basketball team ran up the hill, who's gonna be the first one on the top?
The first one,
Yeah.
well, if we're really running, I'd like to say that I think I could be up there real close, but it probably Jackson Thomas or Cameron Hall, because those are two of our fastest boys.
Would there be any of your teammates, and I don't want you to call the big locker room stir up, but would there be any of your teammates saying, I'm not racing them guys and be out like actually trying to jerk some of you back down? Because that's
Oh,
what I'd probably do.
we got a few of those. We got some that like to get in there and they'll get down with us.
But thank you for your time, Ethan. And I know you got a thing called life in school, and you got a lot of things going on your plate right now. And we greatly appreciate any time we can get through the athlete all.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
So I do got one final question for you before I show you a couple things we put together for you. So, is there a certain game that you and your team have highlighted you can't wait to play in?
I would say our first game against Harlan County is what we're getting the most ready for.
I can see that because that game's always packed and crowded, and it's always a fun game. So, Ethan, we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that does come on our show. And this is kind of our way of saying thank you for taking your time to come on. And I will get them sent out to you, and we will post them on all of our social media sites. But just kind of give us the idea on which one you like the most, the first one or the second
All right. Okay. I like that one.
So,
That's a hard choice. I think I'm gonna have to go with the first one.
there. Ain't nothing wrong with the original, Mark.
At least I got one to pick it, tonight.
But Ethan, I do want to thank you for taking the time to come on, and looking forward to getting to cover you quite a few times this season. And best of luck to you the remaining part of your season.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, what can we say? That's another great interview. Well,
Yep.
Mark, are you ready for our next group? If I can get it out.
Yep. We're ready.
Oh God. Hi.
So first off, thank y'all for taking the time to come on and listen to Mark ramble on here. But Mark, I'll let you start everything off.
You always do let me start. First off, I'm sure we're probably running about 10 minutes late. Am I right?
Yeah.
Let me guess. He told
About
you
5.
to come on about. Did he tell you to come on about 8:30?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're running 10 minutes behind. You better tell the other guests that they need to, or you're gonna have to do about 20 minutes behind. He's like, I'll let a secret off. Everyone's like, we're gonna do all these interviews in 15 minutes, knowing that we wasn't gonna do it. And here we are, and all the guests are
Listen,
late.
when you dream, you got to dream big, Mark.
Yeah.
All right.
And luckily, these ladies was patient. They come in here smiling. They should come in here. You're late.
Well,
I bet
if
they're
you
late.
wouldn't have ate all the if you wouldn't have ate all the food that was back there in the waiting room.
If you're late 10 minutes for one of your classes, what would happen?
We'd be in trouble. Yeah.
Okay, so Edward should be in trouble, right?
Maybe.
Okay. And he froze Ryan to death. That's the reason why Ryan was freezing to death. He didn't take Ryan his hoodie. That's the reason why Ryan was freezing up tonight. He's freezing to death. So he's showing up late, not bringing the hoodies. I bet you everyone here's got hoodies, staying warm, right?
Yeah.
See, Ryan was freezing to death tonight, didn't have his hoodie. Edward wouldn't bring it.
Poor Ryan.
We leave poor Ryan out in the cold.
But just start off each individual. Just introduce yourself and let the audience know who you are.
Mhm. Oh, my name's Bree Engel. I'm Marlon Martin, and I'm Dan Jordan.
And look like you start the season out right with 40-26 win against Berea. So you just can take turns. One can do the talking. However you want to do it. Just tell us about that game.
I think at the beginning of the game we kind of struggled to like work together as a team, but like towards halftime we started to work it out, and things just started running smoother after that. And the other thing, and
Well, I
Well,
know.
correct me if I'm wrong. I also got told that y'all had around 20 deflections and steals in that game, also.
yeah.
So, you started the season out good, and we know how hard you're working and stuff like that. So, yeah, I want to not, without you just giving us a scouting report of your team, I want to go inside your practices a little bit. You got a lot of good athletes on your team. Are they ever like any good friendly competitions, like after practice, me and you're playing one on one or something like that?
No, sometimes, yeah. There's a lot during practice too, though. Like me and her really, and them too. Yeah. Every time we go against each other, we get hurt though. So we had to stop that.
So what you do, you just go elbowing and kicking and
Pretty much.
okay, you heard it here first. When you play Barble, no blood, no foul. Bring it. But
That is right.
uh,
Yeah.
I know Edward knows Coach Shields better than me, and Edward's really, really high on her. And what I've seen, I think the world over too. So you got to tell us a little bit about Coach and what she's meant to you personally, and how she's developed you not only as athletes but as the young ladies you are today.
She's just a very kind person, and she's there for everybody, like in the community. Like she sets up like how do I put that? Fundraisers, like fundraisers and just like to give back to community stuff. And she just really cares about every one of us. She always checks up on us. Like my dad got in a car wreck recently, and everyone on the team, especially Shields, was checking up on me and my dad and my family. And I just really appreciated that.
So what you're saying, if Coach Shields had some hoodies for you, she would actually bring them to you, and she wouldn't leave you out in the yard freezing to death like poor Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I was cold, Mark.
It just depends what we do to her that day. I'm feeling it that day, actually.
Also, I think she's a math teacher. Am I correct there? So how many of you have her as your math teacher?
I have her right now. I did last year. I have her right now too. Have her every year.
So is she harder on the ball court or in the classroom?
In the classroom.
So what it is, if you go to fill in the math class, you're probably not going to play the next game, right?
No, probably not.
But I still bet you she'd bring them hoodies. I mean, I just guarantee you would. And she would not let her players be 10 minutes late.
Definitely not.
What would happen if you come 10 minutes late at practice?
We go running.
Do you think Edward should be running outside without a hoodie?
Listen, I'm too old to be running.
See, Ryan might not ever be the same. Ryan tried. He's a gamer. He's coming here freezing to death. He just froze. He just froze. I don't know if you saw that earlier tonight. He froze on the show. He just froze instantly.
Well, I think that was an internet issue, not a hoodie issue.
Maybe it was both.
That's Edward's story. I'm telling you, that's Edward's. But Edward.
But I do got to ask this question because this is probably one of my favorite questions to ask any and all student athletes that comes on our show. So let's just go with the Barville area. What is your favorite place to eat at?
Tomatoes.
All of them said at one time, in one voice.
That was just a mutual agreement. So
So is it one option in there you like?
It's Mexican. Yeah. It's the better Mexican.
So it's cheese sauce on everything, right?
Yes. It's really good.
Okay. Now I don't know if you heard me bring this up on the previous guest. Edward up here, he's obsessed with Taco Bell. Okay.
That's Danny over here.
Okay. Now how can you like Taco Bell and not like Mexican restaurants?
I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah, that is weird.
well, see,
Edward,
I
would
did
would
tell
you
you on.
explain that to them?
Well, I did tell you even with the previous guest. It's hard to order when you can't pronounce what it says.
Burrito, taco, chili and salsa, and yeah, same thing.
We don't even
Yeah.
say the words. We just say chicken, rice, and cheese. That's all we get. Chicken, rice, and cheese.
Yeah, I just sort of pointed to combo, and this combo looks good.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know if
so
you
I
like
do.
cauliflower or broccoli, but now like one of our places up here, it's called like Chicken Gourmet. It's like some chicken, shredded chicken on the side. It's got the broccoli and cauliflower with the cheese sauce all over it, and the side of rice. It's really, really good.
I don't like broccoli.
Edward probably likes broccoli too, but it has to be raw. And I will tell you another thing. Have you ever ate a salad without salad dressing?
No.
That's weird.
You can't eat. You can't eat a salad with salad dressing.
It's like eating ranch.
No,
There you go, ranch. Ranch.
no, ranch is no,
They
no. See, I'm like a rabbit. I gotta eat it without
Who
anything.
eats a bowl of dry lettuce? Oh, this lettuce tastes good.
I mean, a
Put some
rabbit
ranch
does.
on that. Put some ranch on that.
No, can't do ranch.
See why?
Listen, now you got me wanting to go fix me a salad without any dressing.
You didn't know anybody that makes salads without dressing.
No.
Um,
Well, now they know one.
Yeah.
But I do got to get your thoughts on. It looks like you playing a lot of. You got the Smoky Mountain Classic, the Magic City Winter Classic. So like, give me your thoughts on some of those classics you're getting ready to play in.
Yeah, we don't know nothing about them. We've never been before.
Yeah. I think our boys
So-
went last year. But we haven't.
I think they did. I did cover you all pretty heavy last season, and I do plan on getting out there quite a few times this season also. But I'm sure you all have had a chance to look at your schedule, so just give me your thoughts on your schedule.
Let's just go look.
We've only
you have Corbin next in Middlesboro, then OBI and Williamsburg.
I think we have a chance to beat all
of
them
them teams.
Yeah. I think it'll be a close game against Corbin. I don't think it'll be like a blowout like it normally is. But I think we have a pretty fighting chance on it.
Absolutely. I mean, I've seen the improvement, and I've seen some of the history making that had happened last season. So I expect a little bit of the same this season, if not better.
Yeah.
But so I talk to, I think it's Kimberly quite often, and I do talk to Coach Shields, and tell Kimberly she needs to get me over some pictures so I can get you all some graphics put together.
He's on this live right now. She could hear you. Yeah.
But I do love them both. I do love them both to death, and I do talk to her quite often. But she does need to get me them pictures so I can get y'all some graphics put together. But the Corbin game, give me your thoughts on here, because I think it is Thursday at Corbin. So So have y'all had a chance to look at them any?
I looked up their game film on Huddle and I didn't see none, but Shields said they had some. They have that Kylie Clem girl. She's probably their best player. And I think that if we rattle her a little bit, she won't really be able to do anything. And I think that's really our only competition with it.
So before I get you back over to Mark, I got to ask y'all, what has been your favorite memory playing basketball so far?
Probably our South Carolina trip last year.
We did a South Carolina tournament last year. It was pretty fun.
It wasn't. It was cold though, so but it's okay. We tried to find a hot tub so bad we couldn't find one.
But Mark, I'll let you ask a couple more.
You just get enough basketball, during the season. So we have to cross our questions up some because they call us the hard hitters for nothing here. We hit you some good hard questions, so you're gonna have to be ready for it. Do you know what the granny shot is?
Yeah.
So if we was playing a game of horse, and I'm getting a call all of a sudden, but if we was playing a game of horse and I hit a granny shot, would one of you do a granny shot behind me, or would you just be too embarrassed?
We'll do it.
Well, he muted himself. He took a coughing spell, but I don't even know what he was asking. I know he was asking something about his granny shots. That's what he does all the time. So, have y'all ever done that in the middle of a game?
No, Lord no.
Would Coach Shields be ready to throw a ball at you if you did?
Probably. Well, Layla probably does that. Layla actually does do that. Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, during like a practice and stuff, how many times if any of your coaches get hit?
Shields usually gets hit every practice. Yeah. She's always in the way.
Accident.
She's in the way. She's right in the
She
middle.
makes us run and she just stands there in the way.
So you couldn't have went around her?
No. Not when you're going fast.
I understand. Well, you gonna make it?
I tell you, that's a rough one. That brought the tears to the eyes. A hack off. And Allison said you dip salad into the ranch. Okay, it's pretty, pretty easy ranch salad.
No.
You put it on top of it.
Okay, I heard a little bit about the granny, but gotta ask you the second one. Are you ready for this one? Gotta get. Okay, this is just teammates only. This ain't your coach. Okay, coach has to. She's got her own vehicle, but you're in like a 15-passenger van. They're all together. They're driving down the road. The van tears up. This is just your teammates only. Who's going out there to fix it?
Me. Okay. I'm calling my dad. I can fix it.
It's teammates only, Kate. So you would grab the socket from the screwdriver till you put it together?
Yeah, probably Sadie. Yeah. Sadie would fix it. Yeah, Sadie probably would.
So Sadie would get it running. Okay, so you just get it running. All of a sudden you look at the fuel hand and you're out of gas. So who's you pull it to a gas station, who's paying for the gas?
Danny.
Okay.
We ain't got no money.
Okay, so you got a full tank of gas now, and the van is fixed, and you're getting tired. You go to somebody's house, a teammate's house. You want to do some Netflix and chill. Who's gonna cook dinner that night?
Don't look at me. I can't. We're door dashing some food or something. Nobody's cooking. Yeah.
Nobody's cooking, so nobody can cook on your team.
We can make some ramen noodles. We can make some. I can make some mac and cheese.
Hey, that's right up Avery's alley there. That mac and cheese and the noodles. But the noodles, is it beef or chicken or shrimp?
Chicken.
Ever go ahead before I start doing the hack again. And if you do
So
get the hack, blame it on Edward, okay? Because it seems like everybody comes on this show, they wind up like a 4-month hack. So, Coach, if you hear me, blame it on Edward if your team here gets the hacks. Blame it on Edward.
well, I think I'm pretty sure I didn't mute myself and disappear for a 5-minute cough spell, Mark.
Well, if they'd heard me coughing and hacking like that, they'd probably just remove themselves off the. I think I woke the neighbors up across the street there.
But but the final question I got for you is there one game this season that y'all have highlighted that you can't wait to play in?
Probably Corbin.
Probably tomorrow, yeah, Corbin.
So what would make Corbin be that one game?
If we won. That'd be amazing. Yeah, probably.
Well, first off, I do got to thank you for taking the time to come on, and got to thank Kimberly for taking the time to actually help me and get me a few guests to be brought on, and now you're showing Baby Yoda.
Hot coffee or cold coffee? Hot coffee or cold coffee?
Cold coffee. Cold coffee.
There's very few
Coach
people who drinks hot coffee.
I bet you Coach drinks hot coffee.
Yeah, she does every day.
Now, if my dad
Thank you,
makes
Coach.
You're welcome.
No, coffee is supposed to be hot.
It tastes better cold.
not that Craig coffee, no, it don't.
Well, first off, you got to drink coffee. And I bet you Coach drinks it different than you, too. You just drink it black.
No, I actually put cream and sugar in mine. Beg
She
your
puts
pardon.
creamer in it. Cream and sugar.
Cream and sugar is the only way.
Well, I might have to give you a little credit then, cream and sugar. But
Uh-oh. Kimberly Smith said, I would be doing the cooking. Can't keep these girls fed.
We do. We do.
but I do want to thank you for taking the time to come on, and I am looking forward to very soon being up there to cover you all in a game. So be looking forward to us showing up real soon, and hopefully y'all can make Mark understand it's cold coffee instead of hot coffee. But
And try not to do no 3-point grannies during the middle of the game.
I won't. Trust me, I won't.
but again, best of luck for the remaining part of your season, and looking forward to getting down there to Coverings.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mark, you got anything?
Just keep on keeping on. It's been a great interview. And you know what? You just get it. They're laughing, and it's what it's all about. You just got enough serious in life situations. Laughter's the best medicine. You just get it.
Absolutely. And again, thank y'all for taking your time.
Thank you guys for having us.
Well, we're only like 45 minutes late.
Well, Mark, do you want to show the other graphic while I send out a message to our other guest?
Yeah. What other graphic are you showing? Where's Ryan? Ryan just left. Ryan ain't coming back. Ryan ain't going to try to come back. Ryan? Where you at, Ryan?
That graphic, Mark.
Just we know what a warrior she is, and before we talk a little bit about Hallie here, let's talk about some of these photographers that have stepped up to the base for us. Let's give them a little bit of love.
Absolutely.
And some names that really kick out to me right now, for sure is I'm sorry, but hopefully I'm pronouncing this right. But Keisha Ambergy, absolutely, Johnny on the spot. Anything we ask her, anything I help you with, she don't ask for nothing in return. We're just doing this to give her the love. Thank you so much for all the help and assistance that you give us, and hopefully we can return it soon. Another guy that sticks out to me is Jonah Dayton too. That gave us some really good pictures of Bella there last week. He's another very humble man, and just we've had a lot of good help with photographers, and also a big shout out to and you're going to have to say the last name because I always have a hard time saying it, but John.
I think it's Chris Logo.
Yeah, for giving us some photos tonight to use, and just a big shout out to them. Valerie's always come up with us too and helping us out. Valerie Rutherford, go check out her pages. Allison Messer really draws us a lot of real good pictures too. Very talented in her deal too, and puts a lot of really good stuff together. Put some pretty good graphics together there last night also. So we have a lot of help from a lot of directions. Cannot say enough about them. But now going back to Hallie, a warrior. I felt like I've known her for 20 years. I know she ain't that old, but just a warrior, and just a better all around person, and just thank the world of her, thank the world of her family, and Knox Central's really good this year, folks.
Go ahead, Mark. I'm trying to get our other guests logged in here.
Just again, like I spoke about Hallie, just a warrior, and the other guest that you're bringing on is another warrior, and we got a lot of warriors in this in the 13th region. But congratulations on this, and this is the all-time leading rebounder in Knox Central school history. I think she broke it at 1442. I'm sure she's probably added on since then. She's got a whole year to go, and she's not only going to break this. She not only broke this record, but she is absolutely just going to just annihilate it. But we got another warrior that's coming on too, and another player that lays it all on the line and just from start to finish does not quit.
Well, speaking of that warrior, you ready to bring her on?
I'm ready. I think I'm not coughing at this point in time, but I might curse myself, so I better shut up.
Well, first off, thank you for coming on. Thank you for taking the time to come on. Mark is rambling on a little bit, so we are running a little bit behind there.
It's okay.
But Mark, if you want to start off, I know you got about 10 pages of questions.
First, just backtracking on what Edward says. Thank you for coming on, and I know you got this thing called school and life, and real life situations going on, and just anytime when a student athlete gives us their time, we're very appreciative of it, and hopefully we get a few smiles and laughs out of you tonight, because I know you got enough real life situations going on. But just you started out uh, with Rockcastle County. They look like you didn't get the results that you want, but Rockcastle's really good. Yours are really good, but just tell us a little bit about that game.
Well, of course we went into it thinking we're gonna win, of course, but Rockhouse is a really good team, and we're still, learning our stuff with our new coach, but we'll get there. It's first game, so we played really good and hard. Just shots weren't falling how we wanted them to. So
Absolutely, and it was I believe it was a conversation in our last show that we was talking about traditions. I think I brought up South Laurel. I mean, you play in this gym. I'm not saying every night, but every other night, stuff like that. You played this gym for a while. I mean, Are you used to that yet, or are you still at awe when you see all the banners, all the pictures, all the retired jerseys? I mean, just how does it feel playing in that gym?
It's definitely a confident booster that we have all that, but we are held to a high standard with that as well. So to be that.
Well, tell us about there was a coaching change, but just tell us a little bit about the new coach.
Well, he definitely has us to holds us to a high standard. He's a push. He's really nice, and he's a good coach. I really like him. It was a easy transition because Sauter always held us at a high standard too. So
You've been a junior, and I think if I'm seeing this right, you only have one senior on the team, and then you're followed up with junior. So, everybody I've talked to, you're sort of trying to take a leadership role on and stuff like that. So does that make your job much more harder, or do you just like doing it?
um, really, like, we're all kind of leaders on the team because we've all been playing together for a while. So it's not just me and her by ourselves. So we have a lot of great teammates to help us out.
Absolutely. And I think your next game is Pikeville, and it's like a classic. Have you been able to look in at them any?
We've looked at them a little bit, but we're still preparing. A few days left to practice still to prepare for them. So
Edward?
So, I do got to get your thoughts about your season. Like the games that you have scheduled on there this season.
well, we try to play harder teams so we're ready for tournament time, and I think that's definitely what our schedule looks like. We don't play a lot of easy teams, so it's going to be good in the end. Be a hard season, but it should be good.
So I do got to ask you about your practices. So back in my day, because I actually went to South Laurel also, many many moons ago, but our practices really wasn't as long as they are nowadays. Our practices went about an hour, hour and a half. So how long does your practices go?
They range from 2 hours to 3 hours.
Listen, I don't know if I can do that much running.
Yeah.
That's an awful lot of running.
Well, he went to South Laurel, Aubrey. I'm old enough that I could say I went to Laurel County. They were just like one school then, which is actually the South Laurel building now. They wasn't even a North Laurel building; it was just one building. It was Laurel County. So yeah.
So what did you do in the off season to get yourself ready for this upcoming season?
Well, summer ball was in June, so we had a lot of time to connect then. And then, August, September is weightlifting and conditioning, so that was the main focuses until about October.
So this is one of my favorite questions to ask about every student athlete we bring on. What would you consider your favorite place to eat at in Laurel County?
Probably the Kitchen by Brandon's. It's just a locally owned little place.
Where at?
It's near First Baptist Church.
I think I've heard of that.
I've heard of it, but I haven't actually stopped there. Most of the time I'm stopping at Cheddar's most of the time. So
I know the place I want to stop at, but I never can catch it open. Is Weaver's. I just can't ever get to it. It's always closed.
Yeah.
You like Weaver's, Aubrey?
I've not had it a lot. I never can catch it open really either.
It's like a London tradition. I guess the old restaurant burnt down, and they moved it to 4th Street down there. I always loved the Weaver hot dog.
So I do got to ask you, what would you consider one of your favorite memories? It can be all the way back to playing, basketball outside with friends, your summer ball, varsity ball. What would you consider one of your most favorite memories?
Probably being able to go to state as a 7th grader. We had a really good team then, so I got to experience that with them.
So, what would you consider your favorite aspect about basketball?
Probably the bond and friends that you get to make and be with every day.
Absolutely. So, is basketball the only sport for you, or is there like another sport that you play? Or
I do track.
so, is it cross country, indoor, outdoor? Or what part do you do on track?
The outdoor, just like 100 meters and 200 meters.
Mark, do you think you can run the 100 and 200 meter?
No.
Well, I was going to say I could cheer you on, but that's about as much of the running that I can do. But go ahead, Mark.
Um, Being at South Laurel, I know there's only one go. I mean, the tradition speaks for itself. There's only one go. You play at South Laurel, and what is it going to take for you to reach that?
Just keep working hard. I mean, I think we definitely have the talent to get to where we want to be, and I think in time it will come. You know, we have a lot of basketball left, and I think we'll be there by March.
Um, I just got to harp on again a little bit of the history and stuff because we had um, Allie call it on her show. It was maybe 2 weekends ago, and I'm sure that there's I'm sure you've noticed a picture there, last team standing deal, but I still think that South had the state championship that year. Do you remember anything about that?
That was the year before I got to join the team, but I remember going to their games, and it was very cool to watch them get that far, and it's just an exciting team.
And I see, like me being a Laurel County graduate, I went to school with Stacy Reed, and of course you see that jersey hung up too, and got a lot of memories of her, and just yeah, I know. Just you spoke of it, and just even the fan following. How does it feel whenever you put that that South Laurel jersey on, knowing that you're going to have all the family and support and all that behind you?
It feels great. You know, it's not to be on the team, so definitely feels good to have it on.
So, and one more, and then I'll let you go. And of course, when I went to school there, that there was one school, now there's two, and I know you see a lot of the athletes at North Laurel too. So, um, are they lots of friendly trash talking going on, during the season and stuff like that, or is it just they're all friends off the court and let's get the business on the court?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think any of us really don't get along. It's a lot of us are friends. A lot of the girls are other people, so you know, it's not hard to not get along with them.
Absolutely. Edward.
So I do got two more questions for you before I show you a few things that we did put together for you. So I do got to ask you, are you a trash talker on the court, or do you do like let your game do the talking? Because see, if it's me and I score a three over Mark or hit a basket over him, I'm gonna make sure he knows. I'm gonna flex on him, point at him.
Can I answer this for you, Aubrey? She does her game does the talking for her.
Yeah, I don't really
Yeah.
say on the court that much.
Well,
See, I knew
you
that
know,
about you.
well, is there anybody on your team that does that?
No, we're all pretty nice players. I mean, not nice, but we don't say anything. We're respectful.
Well, see, if I was playing Mark, I'd accidentally trip him. So,
Aubrey,
but
Edward thinks he's like the MVP of all these adult leagues and stuff. That him and another guy that's a visitor on their team over there at
Robert
Pineville,
Daniels.
Robert Daniels. So do you think like me and you could team up and beat Edward and Robert on 2-on-2 action there?
Yeah.
Bring
Well,
it.
see, as long
Bring
as
it.
as long as I'm guarding you, Mark, I know I don't have to do no running. If I have to guard Aubrey, it's over. if she does any type of running, because I'm gonna pull a hip, muscle, something.
Well, I'm sure she does way more running than you'll do.
I guarantee it. but I do got to ask you: is there a certain game that you or your team have highlighted that you can't wait to play in this season?
I think we just play one game at a time, but really just our district games are the most important at the moment. So
Yeah, that's a good answer. See, back in my days, I was already looking for the last game of the season most of the time because that was always our biggest game. But we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that does come on our show.
But before you do that, I gotta ask you one more question. Are them hallways still as crowded as it was when I went to school there? I mean, we had like 5 minutes in between the classes, and we was like this. It took us 15 minutes to get to the next class.
yeah, they're still crowded.
Do you still have only 4 classes, or did they change that? 'Cause that's what I have when I went to school.
6.
Everything's changed since.
I
Lord, I don't
had
even remember when I
three.
was there.
I had three at workers' co-op. Left at 11:30. Do they got co-op now where you can leave at 11:30?
But we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that does come on our show. And this is our way of saying thank you for taking your time. And we will get them sent out to you. And we will also post them on all of our social media sites. You're already trying to bribe her and I didn't even get a chance to finish.
I'm just saying peace,
That's his story. But we will post them on all of our social media sites. And we just kind of want to see which one you like the most, whether it's the first one or the second one. And don't listen to Mark's briberies over there.
I think I like the first one.
See, Mark, I told you, there's nothing the matter with the original.
Everybody always picks the first one.
But, Aubrey, I do want to thank you for taking the time and appreciate you bearing with us because of Mark making us run behind a few minutes. Well, 10 minutes. But, best of luck to you for the remaining part of your season. And we're looking forward to getting up there to South Florida, getting to cover you a few times. And, best of wishes to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. You got anything?
Just I keep on keeping on. I already know what kind of a student athlete you are. Everybody speaks really, really highly of you. Your future's wide open, and you got 2 fans right here. And it's been a pleasure seeing you get better and better each year. And again, just keep on keeping on, and hopefully we can get up there real soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, what can we say?
Well,
Great interviews.
We're only 18 minutes behind.
We're only 18 minutes over.
Something like that. Yeah, over.
Not behind. But with that, I gotta let you have a little bit of rest time because Friday and Saturday is big days, and then we kick in full gear to another sport. But Mark, give me your final thoughts before we close off.
Well, harping on what you said about Friday and Saturday, of course, we're going to be up Lexington covering all 6 state championship games. Hopefully, we can give you the best coverage that we know how between updates, Twitter and Facebook, pictures, photos, interviews, graphics, stories, about everything we know to do to cover it. And for the ones that that just can't be up there, the ones that can't get it live streamed or whatever, just follow our pages, and we'll try to keep them updated as good as we can. and hopefully we could cover it good for you, and then we'll do the best we can up there. And then, like you said, it's on to basketball, wrestling, and one door closes, another door opens, and hopefully we can keep it going. And there'll be an announcement pretty soon about what's coming um, in our near future, and I'm sure that everybody will like that also. And everything's going good. And thank you to all the viewers tonight. And loved every one of our guests tonight. And we're the lucky ones. But nothing. I don't really have nothing inspirational tonight. Um, just the one thing I am sort of heavy on my heart. Um, it's getting colder. The roads are slicker. Just some of these mornings when they're giving these flash freezes and small dust in the snows and chances for black ice, just leave a few minutes earlier. Don't get in a rush on that stuff. Always make sure you get where you need to safely, and that's all that really matters.
Absolutely. So, I'm gonna leave you with kind of about the same way I normally do all the time. You know, get out and cover these student athletes, and that's for all, for everybody that's watching, and everybody that's going to watch. Get out to your local schools, and get out and watch these student athletes and see the hard work and the dedication that they put into it, and it gives you a better feel for it when you see all the work and dedication that they put in. It is paying off for them, and we'll kind of leave you with, hopefully I can get a kind of a catch slogan, but you know with for all sports media, you never know what school we're going to be at next, and big things in the future too. So we'll see you at a school near you very soon. But for everybody here at Bryant's Family Medicine, all sports media, I want to wish y'all God bless and good night.